Wow, on, people, wow, on. Second time. You won't believe, yeah, I just spent 10 minutes talking and man didn't even press play. So I have no idea how this is going to go on. You get me? But I'm back anyway, back for the new season. You get me? Um, Let me quickly just gloss over England then. You get me? Because I didn't do no videos for England because I just wanted to enjoy the whole thing. You get me? I didn't want to. Like, if I did a video after that Scotland game, would have been a madness. Would have been a madness. But I'm glad I didn't. Glad I just sat back the boys, and waited to see. You get my. All I asked, yeah, for the man them, was just to have a good tournament. Put the best foot forward. Come in with your head held high. For me, the motherfuckers done that. Kakasaka, bad boy. Jack the Ripper Grealish, what'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? Take souls, fam, all day. Calvin Phillips, boy. Surprise of the tournament for England for me. Luke Shaw, outstanding tournament. Great season, outstanding tournament. Pickford, good final. Great final. I'm not even gonna lie. He had a great final. Some fantastic penalty saves. Just a good final. Wasn't great for the whole tournament. Maguire came back part of the way through the tournament, was a rock. Yeah, everybody did their thing to a degree. You get what I'm saying to you? Everybody did their thing to a degree. They got chance. Southgate, on Southgate standards, job well done. I didn't have no faith in this guy. I thought he, I was treating him a bit like Ollie. No tactics. You get what I'm saying to you? Just a bunch of good players that could probably provide a few moments here and there. You get me? I thought it was just going to be a moment team this tournament. You get me? Um, but he surprised me. He surprised me. I'm not even gonna lie. Kept it tight. Kept it boring. Um, Couple of games we went out there. Like the German game was good. The Ukraine game was good. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Thumbs up for Gareth. He did well. Can't complain. Man's got us to a semis. Got us to a final. Um, People moan about the teams that we've played, but it is what it is. Man didn't pick those teams. You get what I'm saying to you? You have to play what you have to play. It is what it is. Yeah, we had an easy run, and Italy had an easy run as well, but they played most of their games at home. So I don't care about any of that shit. Yeah, England did me proud. I'm looking forward to the World Cup. It's going to be hard in the World Cup when you have teams like Argentina, Brazil, Uruguay, Chile. You have all the African teams coming in. You get me, like, wanting to prove themselves. So yeah, the World Cup I think will be his biggest test, and then we'll see what happens from there. Yeah, I just want him to just allow the boys to play a bit more. You get what I'm saying to you? Have faith in your defence. They might concede one, but I can't see him conceding loads. You get what I'm saying to you? Like, yeah, the England defence is quite tight at the moment. So just let the man them go play football. Let them go express themselves. You know what I'm saying? I'm a guy that loves the art of football. I love the showboat. I love the through balls, the ball over the top, the goals, the celebrations. You know what I'm saying to you? I love the essence of football, and I feel like some of these managers just don't care about that. All they want is a tight defense and a bunch of runners. You get me? If that's what you want, then go to the Olympics, fam. Go to the Olympics if all you want is runners. Football shouldn't be about. I remember back in the day when I grew up, yeah, most of them man them couldn't run, but they was absolute ballers, technical ballers. You get me? Touch was amazing. They could all pass. You get what I'm saying to you? But it doesn't seem to be like that. It's more of a fitness thing nowadays. Um, anyway, let's get into this season. Let's talk about the new season. Let's start with Manchester United. Getting rid of Pogba, big mistake. I understand why they would want to get rid. I understand why he would want to leave. But if it was for me, I would keep him. You're going to play more attacking, Ollie says. You're going to change the formation, which is a formation that suits the style of Pogba. You brought in young, talented player like Sancho. Like, these are the things that, you know what I mean? This would make me want to keep Pogba. You get what I'm saying to you? The team's getting better, and I think you'd have more of a chance of winning silverware. If they get rid of Pogba, they need at least two players. at least 2 players, if not more. I think they'll understand the work that man put in, and they're gonna sorely miss him. They bought Sancho. I think they're out for Varane as well. Good signings there. I still think they need a striker. I wouldn't go into the season with just Cavani as my main centre forward. Yes, Rashford can play there. Yes, Greenwood can play there, but they're not centre forward. Greenwood's definitely not a centre forward just yet. Rashford won't ever be a centre forward in the terms of the way I see him playing the game. Yeah, and the defensive midfielder. I don't like Fred. I don't like Scott McTominay. Probably good squad players. I'd get rid of Matic and I'd bring in maybe a Calvin Phillips or somebody like that. I know he's only had like one blinding tournament, but show faith. Show faith in the youngsters. You get me? Put him in. Buy him. Put him in. I'm sure he can do a job. Yeah, where do I think Man U will finish? Top 3, somewhere around there. I can't see them winning the league, especially if they get rid of Pog. I can't really see that happening. I think this league at the moment is going back to City. Especially if they can get Grealish and Kane. They're going to be unstoppable. I heard that Sterling was up for sale, which I think is a madness as well. I mean, explain something to you about Sterling that I believe. He had a bad end of last season, but he had a good tournament. And towards the end of the season, I was saying to my boys that I feel like Sterling's almost like a Michael Owen-esque player. Needs to play with a striker. You get what I'm saying to you? Needs to play with a striker. See, when Aggie was playing, Sterling was getting all the goals, getting a lot of assists and whatever. I feel this game's tailored to a striker. Let me explain. So, a striker, greedy bastard. All we want is goals and the adulation from the crowd. So we make all runs directly towards goals. You get me? Near post, try to stay in the centre, and then drag man to the near post, back post, which will then leave space for a man like Sterling to get the knockdown, get the rebound. If it misses man at near post, he's there at the back post to tap it in. When you play with a false 9 now, like City did towards the end of the season, a false 9 don't think like a striker. Most false 9s' instincts aren't to score goals, they're to play football, they're to link up the play, you get me? So they're going to drop a lot deeper, they're going to pull out wide, let somebody else take in that position who then might still not push on forward, they might still drop, you get me? It's more of a rotation. Midfielders just love to get on the ball and play and pass and tackle. A couple of them love to score goals, obviously, but it's not their natural instinct like a striker is. So I feel he suffers when them players don't make those near post runs, and they might run into the box, a player might follow, talking about false 9, run into the box, a player might follow, but then the false 9 will drop to the edge of the box, which will then end up, because he's left that player now, it will leave that player in the centre taking up position for Sterling to get the extra tap in, and there's more players in that box now, if you get what I'm saying. Seen him for England, played with Harry Kane, different player. He's a completely different player when he plays with a striker. So I think if you're going to get Kane in at England, at Man City, you might as well keep Sterling. He's going to breed you a whole new lease of life. Get Grealish on the other side. You've got the front 3 for England, and if they're playing on a regular basis, that can only bode well, especially when we're going into a World Cup soon. Yeah, man. Anyway, speaking of strikers, let's go to Chelsea next. Chelsea want Haaland. They want Haaland hard. Let me tell you one thing that pisses me off about Chelsea. They have an owner, yeah, that loves their club. It pisses me off. They've got an owner that will do this. Reach deep into his pocket. I can't get my zip undone, but I would have reached deep into my pocket if I could have. You get me? But I couldn't reach it. Anyway, man always digs in his pocket. Roman Abramovich, yes, he's a cunt in the way he deals with managers and certain players or whatever, but the man demands success. He demands a high standard of football. You get what I'm saying to you? And I love that. You can tell he loves that club. You get what I'm saying to you? He's saying, look, if I'm bringing you in to do a job, this is the job I want you to do. As soon as you start failing, off out. But the next man that comes in knows he's on borrowed time, so my man puts his best foot forward. You get what I'm saying to you? Don't bring man in on 6-year contracts. You got 18-month contract, bro. Show me what you can do. I love that. I love that. Whenever they need a player, what does he do? Reaches in his pocket. This pocket's easier. He whips out the dough, says he are brethren. You get what I'm saying to you? So they want Haaland, 100 mil. They offered, been rejected. I heard Abramovich has released 135 now. Go get the guy. Man U, after tying up the Sancho and the Varane thing seems to be getting to a head now, they've seemed to have jumped in the race for Haaland. Both these teams need a striker. Especially, like I say, if Man City get Harry Kane, Jack the Ripper Grealish, it's a myth, fam. It's a myth. You ain't touching that team. So, Chelsea had a great season last season towards the end with the new boss, Tuchel, but they was lacking a striker. Timo Werner is not a striker. Great winger, great at getting in the box, great at causing havoc and everything, but in terms of actual goal scoring instincts, he hasn't got one. He hasn't got a brain for that fucking goal. I'm telling you, I don't care what you lot tell me. Man scored 6 goals in the Prem last season, bro. You think Roman was sat at home or enjoy the Euros? You get there thinking, yeah, man, Tibou's definitely gonna do better next season. He's definitely gonna score 26 goals or something. You know what I mean? He ain't scoring an extra 20 goals to put him where people expected him to be. I can't see it this season. I really can't see it. So I know Roman wants a proper striker up front. You get what I'm saying to you? And I'm gonna laugh, bro, if you end up with Danny Ings. Danny Ings is cold, but he ain't what Chelsea need. You get what I'm saying to you? Be a good squad player maybe to replace Giroud, but they need that They need that week in week out threat up front. You get what I'm saying to you? Tunch, I think he will just go again. I think we're talking top 3 again. You get what I'm saying to you? I don't believe Liverpool are going to make this top 3 this year. In fact, let's go into Liverpool while man are talking about Liverpool. My top 3 at the moment, for what I'm seeing in the transfer markets and whatever, is going to be City, United, Chelsea. Liverpool, great team. Top 4? Yeah. Top 3? I don't think so. I just don't feel like they're strengthening. Yes, they're bringing back their players and whatever, but even when you bring back that defence, I still feel that Liverpool was playing way above their means in the previous seasons. You get what I'm saying to you? So I think there'll be a force. I think they will upset maybe a couple of those teams that are above them with a couple of losses or whatever, you get me? But I don't see Liverpool challenging properly for the title towards the end of the season, shall we say, because they might go off on a little run to start with, but I don't see them challenging anything at the start of the season. Towards the end of the season. Yeah, they need a lot. They need a real striker, you get me? I'm sorry, Firmino's not the one. For me, they've got no backup for Salah and Mane, really. People that are going to come in or push those 2 guys for places, you get what I'm saying to you? Midfield, they're just a team that just work hard. You get what I'm saying to you? They work hard so you get the results. I don't see. They're not my stylistic of football. If you get what I'm saying to you, it's not my style of football. Looking to release Henderson and that. Heard he could be joining Arsenal. Yeah, I just think Liverpool going to be 4th. I can't see them doing much in the transfer market. Let's move to Arsenal quickly. Arsenal doing a madness right now. Arsenal could take 4th from Liverpool this season. They could, if, and this is a big if, the recruitment carries on the way that it is carrying on. Sign Ben White. They're looking at Maddison. They're looking at Locatelli. They managed to get Smith Rowe to sign a contract. Obviously, Saka's going to be coming back on his thing. If you can get Aubameyang and Lacazette firing, and you can pull in a Maddison or Neves, or who else were they linked to? Locatelli, There's another player that they were linked to as well. I can't think off the top of my head at the moment. But yeah, without like a proper European team as well. I know that I think they're in some Euro Confederations Cup or whatever you call it, some dead European competition that they've made. I just play the youngsters. I just send out the youngsters. Go get some European experience. You get me? Go feel what it's like to play abroad, and then I just concentrate on the league and maybe an FA Cup or Carling Cup. Concentrate on one of the cups. I send the youngsters out wide to go out wide. Send the youngsters to go play that little Mickey Mouse European Cup. Then they could probably play the Carling Cup as well. Get them some legs, get them some experiences and whatever. And my main team would play the FA Cup and the Prem, and I would just go all out if I was Arsenal, because they could upset people if Arsenal get back to Arsenal. But I've always maintained that Arsenal are the new Newcastle. You get what I'm saying? Just 10 years behind us. You get what I'm saying to you? So for me, this is a make or break season for Arsenal. This is a make or break. If they do not push back into that top five, let's say, I'm gonna say top five, it might just be a steady downhill slide now. The only reason why you get players is because you're in London. You get me? That would be it for me, because Arsenal are nowhere near the team that used to be. We used to be called the entertainers as Newcastle. Arsenal kind of took that mantle with the youngsters playing all that lovely football and whatever. Where's that gone? That ain't around no more. You get what I'm saying to you? I see Arteta says he wants to bring it back, but we will find out. We will find out what happens, what truly happens. And anyway, let's go to my team. Go to my team. Pre-season, terrible. Terrible. What to say about my team, bro? What to say? We need a whole new back line. Simple as that. We need... If it was me, I'd get rid of Hayden. I'd get rid of Hendrick. I'd get rid of Sean Longstaff. Yeah, I'd get rid of them all. You get what I'm saying to you? We need brand new central midfield players, people with legs. I'd probably keep Shelby because Shelby is a passer, but I would make sure that there was young legs around him to do all the donkey work. You get what I'm saying? Because Shelby can unlock a team. It can unlock a team on his day and that, whatever. But I would keep him, play him like the deep line Perlo thing, but I would need like a Willow and a Matty to have the legs, and they'd have to have the legs. So you get what I'm saying to you? I think we need a new front line as well. Don't get me wrong, I love Callum, I love Almiron, and I love St. Max, but there's no one pushing them. There's no one making sure that they're at the top of their game to stay in the first team. You get what I'm saying to you? Get rid of Carroll, get rid of Mutu, get rid of Gale, I'd get rid of Joe Linton. None of them provided, none of them lot gave us anything last season, really and truly. Joe Linton gave us a bit out wide in a couple of dead games, but I would sack it off. Newcastle need about 4 or 5 windows. You get what I'm saying to you? With a new owner. The biggest thing right now is obviously the owner situation. Obviously Newcastle have taken the Premier League to court. Trying to push it through. One court hearing has been pushed back till January next year. Now the other one I think is left to see whether we can get the main one public. I'm not really sure. It's all jargon. You get what I'm saying? I just want my team sold. I just want a new owner. I just want somebody that cares like Roman is just going to dip their hand in the pocket or reach down the settee and pull out 100 mil for no reason. Then you get what I'm saying to you? Man, need that sugar daddy owner or sugar mummy owner. I don't care which one it is. Then me need the sugar mummy. You get me? But yeah, man. I'm not gonna go into everything because I can't be asked, bro. But I'm just glad to be back. You get what I'm saying to you? I needed to do this. Man was getting stale. Look at man's hair. Look, you get me? It's grown from when I first started. If you see the first video, I was bold, bro. Man's out here can almost get like a little bun and everything, little cunt bun. But yeah, man, brethren. New season. We're going to have a lot of changes, you get me? Like I say, I hope Grealish moves. I hope Harry Kane moves. I I would love Pogba to stay, but I don't care if he goes to PSG because I love PSG as well. What a team they are building. Donnarumma, Ramos, Marquinhos, Wijnaldum. If they get Pogba, you're going to add that to Neymar, Mbappe, Verratti, Di Maria, Mbappe. Ooh, pappy. You get what I'm saying to you? PSG are going to decimate in the Champions League next season. Mark my words. Poch wants it. Poch is going to get it. But yeah, man. New season. Let's see what happens. There's about 4 or 5 teams in this league that I feel that definitely worse than Newcastle. You get what I'm saying to you. So let's see what happens. I don't expect us to get relegated this season. Please don't get relegated this season.